Welcome to 111 and something slightly different today, because instead of being behind the camera out filming beautiful cars in beautiful locations, you get to look at our not so beautiful faces, because we have some rather exciting news to share with you. But before we get into that, here's a little flavour of what we normally get up to.
So, a little background to what we're all about. During the pandemic last year, we had a lot of time, obviously, on our hands, and kind of being creative types, we wanted to sort of use our own skill set to kind of get out and about, didn't we, with our cars?
We wanted an excuse to get out and drive our cars, really, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Making videos of them seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, it did.
You've got a bit of a background in photography.
Yeah, that's right.
I work in the creative sector, so yeah, we wanted to get out and produce some videos. So hopefully that little montage gave you a flavour of what we do, what we're about. Please go and check out some of our other videos if you like that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's given us the opportunity to get up close to some amazing cars.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Lotus Evija being a highlight.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, we got an invite to go and see that when they were touring the country with it last year. That was great.
Yeah, just an incredible thing, incredible piece of engineering, and
unbelievable.
As kind of Lotus enthusiasts, Lotus fans, incredibly exciting to see what the future holds for Lotus. Probably worth saying that today is, what's today's date?
5th of July.
Monday the 5th of July.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the 6th, is the official launch of the Lotus.
It's the public launch of the Emira.
Public launch of the Emira.
That's right.
So, what better day to talk about why we've bought the old Lotus model, the last of the old Lotus. Because yes, our exciting news is that we have bought not just one but two Lotus Elise Cup 250s. It's a bit of a mouthful.
It's a
Lotus Elise Cup 250s, which if you don't know already, Lotus announced two final edition Elises at the beginning of the year, so the 240 and the 250.
That's right.
The differences being?
The difference is there was a bit of a power uprate, wasn't there, to the 240, which originally was the 220.
220, yeah.
The 250 Cup is basically the same car. They've done a few little tweaks with things like the
TFT dash.
TFT dash, but they're just throwing things like the carbon seats and lightweight batteries and things like that. So
it's a very limited edition car, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I mean, what do we reckon? Kind of 20 to 30 have been sold?
We think that amounts for the UK. Yeah, not many, and we've got 10% of them now.
Yeah. So the reason we're making this video is not to brag about the fact we've bought these cars, but it's more just to let you know that we are hoping to produce lots of content with these cars, and we'd love to kind of bring you along on that journey with us. And I suppose to talk a little bit about why we've gone for that, why we've taken the plunge and bought a final edition Lotus. So, I mean, John, give us a little potted history of your Lotus ownership.
Saw the Lotus Elise when it was launched as a kid. Well, I was sort of a teenager at the time. Fell in love with it, all the whole philosophy of the lightweight design, all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of followed it through the years. The S1, the S2. Had a mate who had the S2, which kind of further cemented what I'd really, really wanted. And then obviously the opportunity arose for an S3, and I currently have a 220 Cup at the moment.
Yes, and you're swapping the 220 Cup for a 250.
Yes.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because the 220 Cup is obviously, it's got the big aero, which depending on your taste, a lot of people prefer the big aero.
So it has, so it's the big aero, it has the four lights at the back.
The big rear diffuser.
The big diffuser at the back. I do like it.
It is a nice looking car.
Why
are you sure you're making the right
decision? Why am I going with it? It's one of those things, isn't it? Opportunity.
It's the last of the breed.
Last of the best. Yes. The Elise.
Yeah. The last of the Elise, which, let's be fair, is an icon. I think much in the same way as the Caterham 7 is an icon, a driving icon, that stood the test of time. We're still going to be talking about the Lotus Elise 50 years from now as kind of the benchmark that every other car of this era was measured against, and hopefully cars in the future will be measured a bit against. So I mean, for me, I would have never considered buying a new sports car or any.
No, so you've come from the car there on the picture, haven't you?
Yeah, a 20-year-old K Series S2 111S.
Yeah.
Brilliant, loads of fun, fantastic car, loved it to bits. Had to sell it because I was building an extension on my house.
Typical.
But once that was built, it was like, right, okay, time to buy another Lotus. And so I was looking at getting a used one. But then the announcement came in February, as you know.
Yeah.
And it was kind of one of those, you know what, this is just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm never going to be able to buy a new Lotus Elise again.
No.
And I think a lot of people have taken the Elise for granted. It's been around for so long that it's always just become familiar, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, of course, the Lotus is still on sale. It's been on sale for 25 years.
Yeah.
And it's still essentially the same car.
Yeah.
But I saw a video that Henry Catchpole did where he was saying, if that car was announced today, revealed today, with the kind of the headline figures, the weight, the power to weight ratio, the technology that
and the handling, the driving characteristics of that.
Absolutely.
Car.
People will be going mad about it. What an incredibly revolutionary car. In an age where everything's getting bigger and heavier, but we're trying to cut emissions. Here's a manufacturer putting out a car that's lightweight and that's hand built in England.
Yeah.
It's so relevant, and everyone keeps saying it is so relevant. And I think, for me, it was like, well, this is it. It's either now or never to buy one of these new and to spec it the way I would want it. And
so what did you go for then, spec-wise?
Okay, so my previous car, I don't know if you can see that, but it was green, and it was a development car owned by the Lotus factory, and it had a nickname. It was called Kermit. So I
won't do a Muppet voice.
So I was like, okay, new car, it's got to be green. It's got to be another green one. I absolutely loved the colour of that car. It was a development colour, one of I think 4.
Yeah.
So it had to be green. So the colour kind of made the decision on the model, actually, because the 240 doesn't come in vivid green, which is the bright green option that Lotus offer on the car. So I think with the 240 it was, I think the racing green, the darker green.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm not sure if there was another option, but the vivid green was just a cup only colour. Right. So I was like, okay, I'm having a cup then.
Yeah. Decision made.
I'm having a cup.
That was easy.
So vivid green, I've gone for the diamond cut wheels, which are
don't curve them.
No, absolutely flipping out. But they're wheels that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, they're new, aren't they?
They're brand new. And I'm a bit of a sucker for silver wheels, which I know I'm in a minority because everyone tells me that black wheels look better. But I just don't agree.
They are better.
just silver wheels. I don't know. They just accentuate the car, the line.
School.
Yeah, the old school. Retro.
Yeah. Bit like you.
We'll call it that. Yeah. So I've gone for the diamond cut wheels. And that's about it, to be honest, because I've gone for lightweight spec, no hardtop.
So you haven't ticked anything else then?
Very little. Red, I think I've put some red calipers and a radio in it. No aircon and no hardtop.
No hardtop, right.
Which I'm saying is to save weight.
Right,
but
that's
probably more to do with the fact that they cost more money. Yeah, so lightweight spec for me, vivid green. I literally can't wait to see it in the flesh because you mess with these things on the configurator and the colour looks amazing. I think the press photo that Lotus put out was vivid green.
It was, wasn't it?
It was like, oh wow, that's incredible.
When did you come in?
Hopefully soon. I don't know.
Imminently.
I should have had it already.
Right.
But I think like most manufacturers, Lotus are struggling with parts delays.
Yeah.
So I've got to learn to be patient. So I've gone for vivid green.
Right.
You've gone for green as well?
I have gone for green, yeah. So I tended to go for the subtle colours in my car selections in the past. But so my current one's carbon grey. I've gone for a heritage racing green. So I've gone for a classic British colour for a classic British sports car. That's my thinking anyway. Although it's got the big Union Jack on the back, on the wings, on the end plates. Yeah. So not so subtle.
So I think I'm going to have mine taken off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna de-flag.
De-flag.
Which, may be controversial to some because I know a lot of people love the Union Jacks on the Elise wing. Yeah. But they don't put them on the Exeges.
No, they don't, do they? I think a lot of people have added like sort of monochrome versions on, which look really good.
I mean, for me, I quite like the fact that on the Exiges, that it's a bit more subtle and it doesn't quite draw your eye as much as the Elise, with the big red, white, and blue thing on the side of the wing. Yep. So I think I'm going to deflag it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But are you sticking with yours?
I will stick with it for the moment. And we'll
it's racing green.
What it's like. It kind of goes. Yeah. I've got red calipers as well, and I think there's a bit of red in the sort of decals. So there's a bit of a sort of red theme across the car. Yeah. And with the darker green, it doesn't look so bad as well. Yeah.
One thing I'm really looking forward to is the open gear shift in the.
Yeah. So my 220 Cup was open gear shift. Yeah. That's another thing I'm quite looking forward to. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a stupid small detail, but actually, I test drove an Exige. When was that? It was last summer, wasn't it?
Might have been last summer.
2020. Yeah. And I ummed and ahed for ages about whether I get another Elise
or upgrade
or go to the V6 Exige,
which is a different ball game.
Totally different ball game. Yeah. And I test drove Club Racer. I think it was
350, wasn't it? 350 Club Racer.
It wasn't a 350, so it was just the Exige S Club Racer.
Okay.
Because it was before the 350 came in, which was the model that introduced the open gear shifter. So test drove that. Amazing car, like one of those cars that kind of puts the hairs on the back of your neck on end, gives you goosebumps, and like you say, totally different proposition to the Elise. Really. But then I sat in one of the 350s and saw the interior, and I was like, I've got to have one with that.
Smitten.
At which point you're talking a lot more money.
You are, yeah.
So I love the fact they've put that in the Elise now. I think, that it makes that interior feel that bit more special.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So you've gone green.
Went green.
Did you went hard top?
I went hard top. I've gone for the black wheels because they're better. I
mean, black wheels don't show the brake dust quite as much.
They don't know, but it comes with things like the carbon seats and the lightweight battery and TFT screen, which is new for the sort of the outgoing model. Yeah. So it's a bit of an update from. I remember the original stack dashes, which are very iconic. So the TFT is quite a jump up in technology for an Elise, I think. Just kind of finishes an outgoing model quite nicely. Yeah. And hard top, aircon. Bit heavier than yours it'll be.
I mean, I gotta say that I think the cups look amazing with the hard top.
Yeah, and I went with the black pack as well. So it kind of, I think with the hard top roof on, it looks a bit more kind of coupe-ish, doesn't it?
Well, it looks like a Series 2 Exige, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit more. Yeah, obviously it doesn't have the back that goes over the engine bay from the top of the roll hoop, but it does. It kind of harks back to that hard top.
I mean, I genuinely didn't tick the box, not because of cost, but because I loved getting the roof off.
You're a roof off man, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like
wind in the hair.
Yeah. No, for me, it's like that's part of the experience, the noise, the exposure to the elements, and that's why I consider the 240, because it's almost like that's perhaps a little bit closer to what the original Elise concept was about rather than the Cup. But no roof for me. Flies in my teeth, so I don't need aircon because I've got nature's aircon. That's my theory anyway.
All right,
when I'm trying to clear my screen.
Or sunburnt or something.
So delivery, obviously my car should be imminent. Yours is a little bit later.
I ordered a week after you. Pretty much got the last one for the dealer that I went to. I'm about 2 months later. So in that short space of time of ordering, I'm another 2 month wait, so I think September for mine. Yeah. So very, very excited.
A bit of a wait. And what, obviously, with the Emira being released imminently tomorrow, do you think you're going to regret your decision? If the Emira was priced very competitively and wasn't a lot more money than the car you've just ordered.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's bound to be a lot of internet chatter and rumours, isn't there, about should you stick with the Elise, with the Emira? I don't know, would it have a knock-on effect to the Elises or the ownership experience, or are people going to jump to that, or are they going to stick to the old one? I'm I guess, a little bit on the fence. I'm very kind of really excited to see what Lotus are doing with their new car. We said before, it's the last petrol engine. Yeah. But I think just my attachment to the Elise is just a little bit too strong to kind of veer away from. So I'm not concerned too much about whether the Emira is going to kind of overshadow the Elise. I think the Elise is itself.
It stands alone, doesn't it?
It's its own little story, and that won't get replaced. So I'm happy with that. Although I am.
We'll see if you feel tomorrow.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night I'll be like, Rob, put deposit down.
No, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, by the time this video goes out, everyone will have seen the Emira and know everything about it. I'm sure that it will be an incredible car, and really exciting to see Lotus releasing a new car.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Elise, I think that's what pushed me over the edge. It's like it's one of a kind. It's not really going to be replaced. I'm sure there will be a smaller Lotus coming soon, but we know that's going to be an EV.
We do, yeah. They've already set the stall on EVs.
There is going to be no lightweight petrol engine Elise replacement with a Lotus badge on it.
No, there isn't.
They may sell the tooling for the Elise at some point down the line. Perhaps there's been talk of that, but it's not going to have a Lotus badge on the bonnet.
No,
one would assume. Yep. So this is it. This is the chance to grab the last of the breed. So if you want to follow the journey of these two cars, please do subscribe to the channel. The reason we put this video out there is to let you know what's coming, give you a little taste, a little flavour of what to expect. In terms of the content we put out, hopefully it's going to be more cinematic stuff out on the roads we love.
Yep.
Trying to explore more of the UK and, fingers crossed, get into Europe at some point.
100%.
Which would be incredible.
Yeah.
We want to feature other owners' cars as well. So if you've got an interesting car, got an interesting story, please get in touch. We'd love to feature your car. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, let us know in the comments below how you would spec your Cup 250, or whether you wouldn't have bothered at all, whether you'd have gone for an Emira.
That could hurt.
And
be nice people.
Goodwood this weekend.
We're Goodwood on Sunday, so we're going to see the Emira in the flesh.
Yep, so fingers crossed we can bring you some content from there as well.
Yep.
So yeah, see you soon.